to left as the tap is controlled by the Huskies. Here's Yates, the transfer from USC. Goes into Steinbach, his first touch. They double him, left to the lane. He heaves it back out. They work it around the horn, right side. Cut off Tucker on the baseline. Back out in front to Diallo. Diallo fires it left. Yates has his three-point shot blocked by Singleton, who grabs it out of the air.
Nice effort by Trey Singleton.
That's picking up where he left off the other night.
Same energy.
There's Singleton high on the right side. 17 points, 18 rebounds the other night. And under the basket, West finds Singleton for a layup. So Jake West, who had 13 assists the other night, picks one up early on here. It's 2-0 Northwestern. Here's Yates, high on the left side, double teamed by Singleton and Martinelli. Gives it up to Diallo, driving right of the lane. Lobs one, bobbled by Steinbach. Regains control, gets it to Yates, driving, step back jumper right of the lane, good. Wesley Yates, last year, 14 points a game. He was the second leading scorer for USC, and he ties the game at 2. Here's Martinelli to Krupp at the top of the key, played by Kepnong, gives it off to Martinelli off a screen from Krupp. Now fires it to West. West driving hard down the lane. Drops it off underneath to Singleton for a layup. The dribble drive by West sets up Singleton for an easy layup, and it's 4-2.
Jake West starting to find his sea legs here.
I guess. Diallo fakes the three. Backs it out. Singleton on him. Now he drives right of the lane. His shot deflected, or his pass deflected out of bounds. He was trying a wraparound feed to Steinbach on the weak side, and it's deflected out by the Cats. There are 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Cats starting this game once again with great defensive energy.
Steinbach working against the freshman Krupp. Freshman on freshman here. Out to Yates, high on the left. Singleton on him. He drives, cut off on the baseline. Now goes around, over. Shot no good, but they put back for the weak side. Good by Steinbach, and we're tied at 4.
Steinbach just found a crack in the defense there. Dribble drive penetration for the score.
Here's Green to West. 3-point land left side. Feeds it low left. Martinelli. He's pressured. Starts back to his left. Tries to drop it off and does to Krupp. His shot rejected out of bounds with authority by Kepnong. That thing swatted to Howard Street, I think.
Well, that's one of those blocks that gets in your head, and this Washington team is a very good shot blocking team. But Bill Russell would tell you, don't slap it out of bounds, slap it to a teammate.
166th swat of Kepnong's career. And nice feed underneath West to Singleton, but he leaves it short. The rebound taken the other way. There's Diallo coast to coast. He missed the layup, but the tip dunk good by Kepnong. And Washington has its first lead at 6-4.
Yeah, Diallo just takes it in transition. Cats had a tough time getting back there.
There's West and Green, a straight on three. Max Green in and out. Rebounded by Kepnong. And Washington the other way with a 2-point lead. Cats have hit 2 of 5 shots so far. Washington 3 of 7. There's Diallo, left point, cross-court feed to Yates. Jump pass inside, stolen by Martinelli. Cats have numbers. Martinelli to the rim. His shot rejected. And it's out of bounds. It'll be Northwestern ball, I believe. So this is we talked about it, Billy. This is a team that protects the rim. And they've already got a couple of blocks here in the early going.
And that was a spectacular block by Yates in transition, trailing the play.
Martinelli doesn't get many blocks. Here's a jump pass. Krupp drops it off Singleton, driving the right baseline. But his shot deflected.
Yeah, Kepnong once again says, don't bring the Kool-Aid in here. Bring the Jim Beam.
And now the Cats steal it. Green down the left side of the floor. Green to the rim, goes up for the dunk. Missed the layup. And then it's deflected out of bounds off. There's a foul called. It's out of bounds. The first foul of the game.
Well, I like the fact that Green went so aggressively at the basket, but there was Kepnong again telling, hey, don't bring it in here. A great aggressive move, great defense.
Foul on Green, third block for Kepnong. And it's Washington ball. How about that? 3 blocks. The Cats have blocked 2. had 5 blocks here in the opening 4 minutes of this game. Now, driving Yates, jumper short, rebound Steinbach, and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, you've got to find these bigs when the shot goes up. They're active, looking for those seams and not being blocked out.
He's not only the leading rebounder of the Big Ten, he's the leading offensive rebounder. Here's Green, cross-court feeds Singleton on the right side angle. Goes to Martinelli. He'll measure a 3. No good. Rebounded by Tucker for Washington. 8-4. Huskies lead it. Here's Tucker, stop and go dribble to the baseline. Jumper there, no good. And the rebound, Kepnong, he leaves it short. Rebound volleyball around. Steinbach gets it back. He missed the shot. Over the rim, rebounded by Martinelli. Nick down the middle. Kicks to Singleton. Drops a bounce pass. Right baseline to Krups. Spins to his right. Tough shot. No. Tipped up and in by Martinelli. And it's 8-6, Washington.
Martinelli and Steinbach have that same rebounding energy. Don't jump high, but they find those seams in the defense and they get through there for the offensive rebounds.
There's Diallo to Steinbach, around to the left. Tucker for 3, good. Grayson Tucker, 23% three-point shooter, knocks it down. 11-6 Washington. 14:40 to go first half.
Cats gambled out trying to steal the pass, and that allowed the open shot by Tucker.
Tucker transfer from Indiana. Here's West. Looks to Martinelli, your right corner 3. That one's too strong. Rebounded on the weak side by the Huskies, who are dominating right now on the glass by a count of 12-5.
That's what they do, Dave.
Yep. Well, you talked about it. The Cats have to be strong on the glass. Bob to Steinbach between the rings with Kraup on him. Now off to Yates. Bounces back to Steinbach. And his pass stolen by West. And now
Steinbach with a technical foul.
Wow.
Thought he was fouled on the play as he made the errant pass, and Jake West picks it off, and he has some words for the official, and he said, I don't know what he said in German or English, but he got a tech.
Time for our Athletico Physical Therapy Injury Updated. Pain start with Athletico. Visit athletico.com to request your in-clinic or virtual free assessment. No injuries to report for the Wildcats. This winter, see what being ranked the #1 state in public arts spending looks like. Experience world-class performances in legendary venues. Immerse yourself in Minnesota's legendary creative scene. We've got your ticket at exploreminnesota.com. It's Washington 11, Northwestern 6, 14:05 to go first half. Is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGS.
PowerPlate, the official fitness technology partner of the Northwestern Wildcats, is a staple of Northwestern athletic training, but it's not just for elite athletes. PowerPlate's whole body vibration technology offers an incredible array of health benefits to people of all ages and fitness levels. Put simply, PowerPlate allows you to feel better, exercise smarter, and recover faster. Sound too good to be true? It's not. See for yourself at PowerPlate.com. Live like the Cats with PowerPlate.
John Hanson here, Steve Bug from Great Lakes Credit Union. You guys have really given back to kids who get summer jobs.
We support One Summer Chicago. That's putting at-risk teens to work and getting them a paycheck. We also provide the financial literacy to help them understand how to budget, how to set up their account, and what they should be spending money on. So we want to really focus on the youth and help them set the right financial behaviors from day one.
For more, go to glcu.org, federally insured by NCUA.
I'm John Williams here weekdays 10 to 2. Now it's back out to Chicago's Big Ten team.
Cats fans, Northwestern trusts IAS branding with the Wildcats brand. Let IAS branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, be the solution for your branded merchandise and promotional products. Visit iasbranding.com to learn more. 10th meeting between Northwestern and Washington, the second since the Huskies entered the Big Ten. They won last year in Seattle, 76-71. Their 4th straight win over the Cats, including a 76-55 win in the NIT in Seattle in 2012. Cats are 2-0 against the Huskies in Evanston. I think I said they haven't been here since 1940. They haven't been here since 1960. That was a 53-45 Northwestern win. You remember that, Billy. And the Huskies lead the all-time series 7-2.
Yeah. Some people will tell you I was playing back then, Dave.
Yeah, and I was calling it. But not quite. Not quite. It is 11-6 Washington, but a technical foul on Hannah Steinbach of the Huskies will send Nick Martinelli to the line here. Into the ball game, Jacob Ognashevich, a senior from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, a transfer from Lipscomb. Martinelli at the free throw line, shooting the technical free throw. Another one coming for Nick. That's a miss, not of their last 10 field goal attempts, but Nick makes both the free throws. He's got 4 points.
And they've had help with those misses. Again, the Washington defense and their ability to block shots has been really outstanding here in the first 5 minutes of the ball game.
The Wildcats, Arrington Page, Jordan Clayton in, Jaden Reed, Angelo Cheravino. Here is Martinelli, takes a look at the rim, doesn't shoot, gives it off to Reed. Step back three from the left. Got it! First three-pointer of the game for the Wildcats. They're within 3, 11-8.
Love the move by Reed. The jab step to the basket, back the defense up enough to free him up for the three-point shot.
There's Diallo out in front. Hard screen set by Kepnong. Find Demari Peterson, who just came in. Now Yates, high lob, bobbled by Diallo, makes the catch. Peterson driving with 5 to shoot, tied up in the lane. Ball stolen. Reed forces it. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Washington, but just 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Terrific defense and hands by Reed there, as it looked like Diallo had him beat on the dribble drive penetration. Great recovery.
Game tied up 11 all. And it will be thrown in. Diallo gets it in to Ognashevich, and he lays it in, and it's 13-11 Washington.
That was a defensive breakdown. A little miscommunication there by the Cats.
Alone under the basket there. There's Page in the high post with Kepnong on him. Gives it off to Clayton. He'll try a three. He missed it. And a rebound wrestled. It's a tie-up. Arrington Page ties up Kepnong on the rebound. The ball will belong to the Wildcats on the alternate possession.
I know it's just one play right now, but that's an encouraging play from Page with the energy going after the offensive rebound.
Reed to throw it in, right baseline. Gets it in. 3 ball short by Cheravino. The rebound, Washington.
Yeah, Cheravino just short-armed that one.
Now a step back 3, no good by Diallo. Rebound fought for underneath and out of bounds. Kepnong got it, but then stepped on the baseline.
Yeah, that was the 7th offensive rebound by the Washington Huskies, but Page and Cheravino walled them in on the baseline, forcing him out of bounds.
Steinbach back in for Washington, along with J.J. Mandequit, a 6'1" freshman from Hawaii, into the ball game. Demari Peterson, their steals leader, waits for Jaden Reed as he brings it into the front court, gets it back from Clayton. Reed, high lob, and the dunk by Page. And we're tied at 13.
Well, like Poltergeist, he's back.
Arrington didn't score last game against Penn State. He's got 2 points, 2 loud points just now. Here's Mandequit, stops three-point line, lobs it to Steinbach, turns and banks it in with a right hand.
Yeah, Page gets in front of him and fronts him, and they just throw it over the top. Have to have the weak side help.
Washington 15, Northwestern 13, 12 minutes to go first half. Page has it knocked away by Steinbach, gets it back. Bouncing backdoor intended for Cheravino. It's deflected and taken by Mandequit the other way. Heaves it into the corner and then diving down the lane. Ognashevich for a layup and one. Foul called. We get a timeout. 11:46 to go in the half. So Ognashevich gets the layup and the foul on Jordan Clayton. And we have a timeout here at Welsh Ryan Arena. Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcats fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. Tonight's game sponsor is Champions for Literacy. Champions for Literacy is a nonprofit that uses the power of sports to impact childhood reading. Join the fight at championsforlit.org. Washington leads Northwestern 17-13, 11:46 to go first half. is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Welsh Ryan Arena. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup or for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of Northwestern basketball.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
It's Bob Surratt, weekdays with the Morning Crew, 6 till 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
On the go, to want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country, download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. The timeout. This is alumni night here at Welsh Ryan Arena. The Wildcats bringing out some of their distinguished basketball alumni, including my partner, who went out there and took a bow along with his former teammates and other Northwestern alumni. And Coach Rich Falk walking by our broadcast location right now, and saw Jatyn Young out there and Jeff Ryan, number of greats. Nate Pomaday, had a chance to visit with him before the game. Evan Eschmeyer. Some guys from Wildcat teams of the past here cheering on the Cats tonight.
Always great to see everyone. Everybody has this enthusiasm for the program, and just great to see each other, even though it may be just a couple times a year. And as you get older, those moments become even more precious to spend time with people that you really enjoy.
No doubt. That's why I hang out with you during these games.
Man, I can't say that I'm having any more fun than doing this and being able to attend the games and listen to your voice, Dave.
You're too kind. Ognisevic at the free throw line for the and one. He missed it, and a rebound ripped out of there by Jordan Clayton, who was called for the foul. 17-13 Washington. Huskies in a little bit of a zone, go to a zone here, 1-3-1. They used this a little the other night against Illinois. Here's Sharavino, right corner. Back to Jaden Reed, right point. Reed moves to the left. Picked up by Tucker. Now back right. There's Sharavino working against Peterson. Sharavino into the paint. Wants to shoot. Can't. Out to Clayton. Long three. Got it. Jordan Clayton, 5 for 5 from three the last two games. Hits his second of the night. Missed on his first one, and the Wildcats within one, 17-16.
And after committing the foul, has made 3 consecutive terrific plays for the Cats.
Here's Tucker, high left, jump pass inside. Steinbach kicks to the corner, and around a man quit for 3. That's no good. Rebound Page. Boxed out Steinbach. Here's Sharavino to the other end of the floor. Off to Reed, fires baseline. Martinelli, jumper won't go.
Yeah.
Another rebound, Peterson.
Nick a little off tonight, but he'll get it going.
And no doubt. Here's Steinbach down the lane, lays it up, partially blocked. Rebound to Martinelli, ahead to Reed. Cats want to push it. Here's Reed driving to the basket. Layup good. Wildcats lead, 18-17.
Arrington Page with an absolutely terrific block on the finger roll. And then Jaden Reed, little bully ball in the paint for the young fella.
Here's man to quit. Moving right, played by Martinelli. High lob. Steinbach the catch. He's doubled on the right baseline. Angles a pass out to Tucker, and he travels. Turnover, Washington. That's their 5th turnover here in the game's opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that's really certainly making up the Cats defense, making up for the offensive rebounds. And one of the areas that they're going to have to clean up here is getting back in transition. We've seen Washington with a couple of early strikes.
Reed walks it across the line, bounces ahead to Page, underhand scoop to Sharavino, circling left, feeding Clayton. Back to Angelo out in front. Bounces to Page. Foul on extended left. Hands to Reed. Reed to Sheravino. Drives under the basket. Had his shot blocked out of bounds by Kepnong.
I think he was mugged. From this vantage point, it looked like Sheravino was mugged, but I like the fact that he is attacking the basket continually the last couple of games.
Trey Singleton in for the Wildcats, replacing Martinelli, who gets a breather, but won't be on the bench for long. Reed inbounds to Singleton, 8 to shoot. Trey against Steinbach, and into traffic. The ball knocked away, and it's picked up by Steinbach. He leaves it for Mandequit to bring it into the front court. Drives right of the lane. Mandequit. Offensive foul. Kepnong picks up the offensive foul.
Yeah, trying to clear a path.
Yeah. I saw a snowplow that cleared a path like that the other day. Clayton out of the game.
You'd like to see that out in the streets, just not here at West Ryan Arena.
No, absolutely not. Jake West back in for the Cats, who lead by 1, 9:23 to go first half. Here's Page heading to West, open for 3. No, it rims out. The rebound Kepnong. Out to Tucker down the left side. Tucker picks up his dribble, looks for Mandequit right point. Mandequit fires right wing. Here's Peterson on the right baseline, works under the basket, all the way to the left. 14 to shoot. Now Tucker to Mandequit. Mandequit lobbing inside. Kepnong jumper. No. Rebound Singleton. Outlets for West. 18-17 Northwestern. 8:50 to go in the half. Here's West bouncing mid-post right. Singleton turns to his right. A little contact. Drops it weak side to Page. And his shot blocked by Kepnong. That's block number 4 for Kepnong. And the ball will go to Washington on the alternate possession.
Kepnong doing his best Dikembe Mutombo impression here.
I'm sorry, I shortchanged him. That's 5 for Kepnong, who has this year blocked 6 in a game twice against Southern and against Utah. That's his career high. He had 5 blocks against USC. That's a game they won, their first Big Ten win in Los Angeles.
He's well on his way tonight. He glared at you when you got the number wrong, Dave.
Yeah, I know. And that's kind of scary. And Steinbach loses the ball, gets it back, bounces for Diallo, drives past West. His shot high off the window, no good. Tipped up, no. Rebound tipped up again and in.
Dribble drive penetration, and Page did his best to keep the rebounders off the offensive glass, but just too much height.
Greta Diallo with the tip in. 19-18 Washington. Green back in for the Cats. Here's Martinelli at the top. Nick feeds Page at the elbow. Jumper from there, no good. It was online, but
yeah, good shot.
Came off the rim. And the rebound, Tucker. Off to Diallo. Cats have missed their last 4. Now back high on the right side to Yates. Lobs inside Steinbach. Steinbach relocates and scoops it up and in. And it's 21-18.
He's a really good-looking freshman, and he's only going to get better, folks.
He had 15 points, 12 rebounds, 4 blocks, a career high against Illinois Thursday night. His 13th double-double. West, pass intended for Martinelli, stolen ahead of the pack. Yates and West pokes it out of his arms and out of bounds. West lost the ball, but a heads-up play. And we have a timeout with 7:14 to go first half. Wildcat fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese, made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they're the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support in this great cause. Go Cats. It's Washington 21, Northwestern 18. 7 minutes, 14 seconds to go first half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
It's Bob Surratt and the morning crew, 6 till 10 a.m. on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Final game of the day of the Big Ten. Let's find out what else is happening from Mark Carbon.
It's a crazy one with Indiana and UCLA. They've double overtime, and the Hoosiers pull it off 98-97. We'll give you the rest of the Big Ten at halftime. Finals in state today. Xavier tipping DePaul 68-66. And one game going on right now, UIC, they've won 7 in a row, but they do trail Southern Illinois 54-40 midway through the second half.
Here it is, 21-18 Washington, 7:14 to go here in the first half. The Huskies will have the ball. They steal at the other end by Yates. Set up what looked like it was going to be a breakaway here for the Huskies, but Jake West, who threw the pass that was stolen, was able to knock it out of bounds.
Love his hustle.
No doubt.
And that's what not giving up on a play when you make a mistake.
Diallo will inbound the ball. Diallo, Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Washington. Their top returning scorer. They lost their 4 of their top 5 scorers off of last year's team. Diallo, high lob, got it inside to Tucker. Tucker on the right baseline, back to the basket. Now around to Diallo at the top against West. Diallo gets a screen from Kepnong. Fires right side to Tucker. They go inside. There's Kepnong. Missed the dunk. Rebound Singleton.
And Jake West disrupted the shot with a partial block.
West all the way in. Lobs it back out to Singleton. Trey driving. Lays it off the glass and in and one. Singleton puts the Cats back in front, 22-21.
And a smile by Singleton after he makes the plays. One of the first times I've seen him show that kind of emotion after a shot. And he told Kepnong, you can jump high, big fella, but you can't jump that high.
Singleton fouled by Tucker. First foul on Tucker. Third team foul. Trey at the line. Free throw, no good. And the rebound taken by Tucker. Here's Diallo. And Red Wing step back 3 by Yates, no good. And the rebound, Martinelli wrestling for the ball, saves it to Green, who got hit by Steinbach, no call, they play on. Green almost let it get away on the dribble, and now stops, takes a look at the rim, steps back, long deuce, no. Rebound, out of bounds, no. Saved inbounds by Diallo.
Boy, West. Green has had a nice couple of looks at it. He'll start to knock those down. Cats hope.
Might have been too short for him. It was inside the arc. There's Diallo at the logo, played by West. 6 minutes to go in the half. 21-20. I thought they had the score wrong up on the scoreboard. 21-20 Washington. Shot over the rim. No good, but Diallo gets it back. And takes a long 3 from the right. Got it, a late clock three-pointer. And it's 24-20 Huskies.
Big shot by Diallo. Looked like the Cats had going to force a shot clock violation there.
Sure looked that way. Here's Green. Drives right to the lane. And shot up by Kropp, no good. Off the mark. Rebounded by Steinbach. And now Diallo tiptoes the right boundaries. He brings it into the front court, accelerating down the lane. Kicks to the corner. 3 ball, no good by Tucker. Rebounded on the weak side. Out of bounds to Northwestern. And Kepnong got it, but stepped on the sideline. And Kepnong will go out now. Tucker will go out. And in come Artnasevic along with Mandequit for the Huskies. Crop comes out for the Wildcats. Page back in, Reed back in. West remains in the game along with Martinelli. And the Cats bring it up. Singleton also out there. 24-20 Huskies. Here's Singleton bouncing for Page in the high post. Out to Reed. Thought about the three. Mandequit closes out on him. He drives into the paint. Pull up 12-footer. Missed it wide left. And the rebound Diallo. Diallo angles left. Feeds Tucker Yates spotting up for three, and he got it. Yates for three. And it's a 7-point Washington lead. Timeout Northwestern. Yates knocks down the three-pointer, his first of the game. And the Huskies lead it 27-20 with 4:50 remaining in the half.
Yeah, the Huskies on a 6-0 run over the last 57 seconds. And the Cats, again, with that shooting slump, one of their last 8 shots. And that's enabled Washington to get out to this lead. In addition, talked about the importance of getting back in defense. Whether the Huskies, Cats miss or make, Washington is running the ball, so the Cats have to improve their transition defense.
Well, and they're battling on the glass, but they're just not getting those 50-50 balls, Billy. And as a result, Washington has a 25-14 advantage in rebounding and 10-5 in offensive rebounds.
Well, and it's not a result of a lack of effort. Again, we talked about the size of this front line with the Huskies. Not only are they big, they're mobile. And Kepnong has those long arms, so he keeps balls alive, and he's able to move a range rebound, which is not, he doesn't have to be in one spot to rebound. He moves from side to side to get his hands on the ball.
They go to the zone again as Reed brings it up. Maybe they're switched back to a man here. Let's see. Here's West from Reed out between the circles. Looks left. There's Singleton. Drives left baseline. Got past Steinbach. Muscles it up. Counted and a foul. Aggressive take there on the left baseline by Trey Singleton.
Yeah, set up for the three-point shot right in front of the Huskies bench. Being defended by Steinbach. Pump fakes, gets him in the air, and takes it strong down the baseline. And with the rearranged, the double pump shot, Cats get on the board.
Foul on Diallo. Singleton 0 for 1 from the line. But he makes this one. He's got 7 points. The Wildcats are within 4, 27-23. 4.5 to go first half. Zoom Diallo brings it up. 12 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds against the Illini Thursday night. Not too shabby.
That's
almost a triple-double if he could have pulled out a few more rebounds. Here's Yates getting into position, throws up a circus shot and got it.
Yeah, tough shot. He likes to play to the crowd, too.
Yep. 7 for Yates. 29-23 Huskies. 4:05 to go to the half. Here's Jaden Reed. Fires right to West. His pass intended for Martinelli. And there's a battle for it on the floor. Which way is it going? We have a timeout. It will be Northwestern ball, I believe. But we get a break here with 3:58 to go in the half. Washington leading Northwestern 29-23. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. They go to work right now. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. 29-23 Washington leading Northwestern. 3:58 for the half. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French techniques, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Get up to the minute Chicago news weekdays at 2 on the Lisa Dent Show on WGN.
29-23 Washington. Nick Martinelli coming in as the leading scorer in the nation, averaging 25.2 points in conference play, 24 points a game overall. Now, when the day began, these were the players right behind him. A.J. DeBonsa of BYU, averaging 23.6. He scored 17 today against Kansas. Dior Johnson of Tarleton State, averaging 23.6. He didn't play today against Utah Tech. Cameron Boozer of Duke, he played today, scored 24 against Virginia Tech in a Duke win. And P.J. Haggerty of Kansas State, 23 points a game, plays tomorrow against Iowa State, the number 8 team of the country. So, but you know Nick is going to get going in this game. He always does. He has scored 20 points at least in 12 consecutive games. Cats inbound the ball to Singleton, quickly to Page. 12 on the shot clock here for Martinelli. To West, Steinbach on it. West with 9, with 8. Picked up now by Ognisevich. Wants to go inside, can't. Goes to Singleton, 3 to shoot. 2, pulls up, jumper, front rim, no good. Rebound Steinbach.
Well, given that Martinelli has been slowed down here in the first half, it's going to be critical that the Cats find somebody else other than Singleton to manufacture some points.
There's Diallo to Ognisevich. And quickly to Yates. Now Diallo with it, high left with 12 to shoot. Both drives to the baseline. Jumper from there is good for Diallo. He's got 7, and it's an 8-point lead for Washington. 31-23, 3:12 to go in the half. Reed across the midcourt line, leaves it for Martinelli out in front. Looks for Page now, top of the key against Steinbach. Page, one dribble quickly to Reed. Sets a screen for him. Reed feeds it back to Page, left baseline, under the basket, 6 to shoot. Relocates and scoops it up and in from the right block, and it's 31-25.
A very patient move by Page that time and making Steinbach play some defense, expend some energy on the defensive end.
Here's Steinbach quickly to Diallo. Diallo feeds it into Steinbach at the free throw line. His pass to the corner to Maniquit is deflected out of bounds by Reed. Quick hands by Jaden Reed there.
Yeah, good rotational coverage by the Cats defense.
Martinelli out, Cherovino in for the Cats with 2.5 to go in the half. West out there, Singleton, Reed, and Page for the Wildcats. And Washington will inbound in the right corner. They get the ball into Yates. Yates on the right baseline, working against West. Throws a shot up and draws the foul. The shot went up through the bottom of the net.
And you look at Yates, just a very physical player at 6'3", 6'4". Just trying to muscle Jake West inside. Creating the contact and getting to the charity stripe.
Yates to the free throw line, 75% free throw shooter. Washington as a team, 4th in the Big Ten, 21st nationally, 77% free throw good. Here comes Peterson back in for Washington. Clayton in for West for the Wildcats. Mandequit out for Washington. Another free throw attempt here for Wesley Yates, who originally signed with Washington. Didn't play his freshman year, then went to USC, played there last year, and then came back to Washington this year. He makes both the free throws. It's 33-25 Huskies. Reed drives right in the lane, turns the corner, trying to hook a pass over his shoulder to Page, but it's bobbled out of bounds, and it's Washington ball. Turnover number 4 for the Wildcats.
Good pass by Reed, but he changed the plane of the pass, which made it difficult for Page to catch on the pick and roll play.
2:08 to go in the half. And we should point out Washington has been a really good second half team. Their struggles have really come in the first half. So Cats are going to have some work to do. There's a 3 from the corner. Yates, good. Right corner 3 for Yates. He's got 12, and it's an 11-point lead for the Huskies, 36-25. 1:46 to go till halftime.
Yeah, Washington's made their last 4 field goals, and the Cats have to get active here offensively.
Yeah, and they've hit 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. There's a bounce. Singleton wide on the right side from Reed. Drives the Ognasevic travel. Cats with back-to-back turnovers here. Here comes Martinelli back in. Out of the ball game for the Wildcats goes Cheravino. Ognasevic to inbound. Down to our right. To Diallo. 90 seconds to go in the half. An 11-point Washington lead. Huskies have hit 4 straight, as Billy mentioned. And shooting 46% here in the first half. Here is Diallo. Hesitation dribble back outside. Yates, step back 3 over Singleton. Got another one. And it is 39-25. And this one's
Yates
starting to get a little lopsided.
Yeah, Yates is on fire. Somebody's going to have to take that challenge.
Here's Reed out in front. Final minute now. 58 seconds to go. Reed feeds Martinelli, turns, floats it in with the left hand. And it's 39-27. That ends an 8-0 Washington run. And a timeout is taken with 50.8 showing on the clock. Progressive Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. Keep up to date on the Wildcats by downloading the Northwestern app. Receive game day updates and news for all your favorite Northwestern teams. Access your mobile ticketing account and order in-venue for the comfort of your seat. Search for the Northwestern Wildcats on the App Store and Google Play Store today. The Huskies take a timeout here, leading by 12 with 50.8 to go. Nick Martinelli now with 6 points here in the first half. Remember, he got off to a slow start, Billy, a week ago against UCLA, but actually against USC, I think it was. And that got going in the second half. Maybe at both those.
Yeah, it's hard to keep a good man down like Nick Martinelli, but they've got to
get his points.
They've got to slow down Yates, who is one of the 3 players that are averaging double figures for the Huskies.
Diallo brings it up. There is a 21-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. 44 seconds to go in the half as Diallo crosses midcourt. Closely guarded by Jordan Clayton, and he turns it over. Clayton putting some pressure on him, and he forces the 7th Washington turnover.
Yeah, Diallo there walled off on the baseline by Clayton, and he does the electric slide, which the official called.
36 seconds to go in the half. 10-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. Reed to Singleton, high left. Singleton gets it to Page at the top. He'll shoot a 3. Missed it. Back rim. Rebounded by Zoom Diallo. And they're not going to zoom here. They're going to play it out here. 17 seconds to go. Diallo guarded by Reed. Washington playing for the final shot. 10 seconds. 9. Diallo goes to work. Lobs one up for Steinbach. Intercepted by Page. Here's Clayton. 3, 2 to Reed. 3. Good if it goes. No good at the buzzer. But the Cats make a stop on Washington's final possession. They'll go to the locker room down by 12 here at halftime, 39-27. Find holiday gifts on their wish list and yours with ease this season. And get great deals along the way at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. 39-27, Washington leading the Wildcats here at halftime. The Huskies out rebounding Northwestern 27-14 with 10 offensive rebounds. Assistant Coach Brian James with us. How do you fix that?
Well, get about 4 more players that are 7 foot tall, number one, okay? Seriously, they are an unbelievable offensive rebounding team, and they've been like that all year long. Steinbach, that's what he's known for, and the others are doing just as good a job as he is. Yates, last year at USC, had an incredible game here. We won the game, but he was phenomenal offensively. He's got 15 and a half. We're making some nice aggressive drives, but we have also had some drives where we missed some layups. I don't know if they've altered them with their athletic size, but they also have blocked a few. So, we missed some early. We made some missed some makeable shots early, and then they capitalize on it at the other end. They've made a late clock in line out of bounds play for a layup. They've hit a late clock three. So things have really gone in their favor so far. We got to turn the tide.
Yeah, I was also looking at transition. They've gotten some baskets in transition.
Yeah.
How do you make the adjustment in the second half?
Well, first of all, I'd like for them to take the ball out of the net, Billy, after a made basket, number one. Two, we're getting cross-matched a little bit, and their big guys are really athletic, and they run the floor. And, they're big and strong, so we got to do a better job of not allowing a hit ahead, contesting or jamming the point guard a little bit so he doesn't have a free pass up the floor. And then obviously we got to have all five guys get back and protect the paint.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
That's Wildcat assistant Brian James here at halftime. We'll be right back with the halftime show brought to you by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. At the half, Washington 39, Northwestern 27. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wood Trust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Allegra is a full-service marketing company providing customized marketing, printing, mailing, and signage solutions to meet your business goals. Allegra offers a wide variety of creative solutions that are tailored to each business's unique challenges, from printing services and custom signs to mailing services and promotional marketing. Call Allegra in Evanston at 847-864-9797 or visit AllegraEvanston.com to learn more. Every game starts with teamwork, and at Goodwill, we believe in the same thing. When you shop secondhand, you're helping create jobs, strengthen communities, and give every item a second chance to shine. From game day looks to sustainable style, your next win starts at Goodwill. Visit GoodwillGreaterNC.org to find your nearest store. Goodwill, style with purpose, built for Wildcats.
It's Wildcat basketball halftime. Northwestern basketball is presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Medicine, proudly leading the way towards better health care. Athletico, physical therapy partner of Northwestern Athletics. SeatGeek, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Northwestern Athletics. And Odyssey Brands Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, preferred Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese of Northwestern Athletics. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Time for the Northwestern basketball halftime show presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. Dave Ennett, Billy McKinney from Welsh Ryan Arena. Good crowd on hand here tonight looking for something good to happen for the Wildcats, but they find themselves down by 12 here at halftime, 39-27. And Billy, I mentioned earlier that this has been kind of a second half team. Washington, on the course of the season, the Huskies have shot 42% in the first half, 48% in the second half, and 37% from three in the second half. So far tonight, they're shooting above that number, 47% and 50% from three-point range, 5 out of 10, but rebounding the big story.
It certainly is. Cats have given up 10 offensive rebounds, good for 11 second chance points. But I can recall at the end of the Penn State game, Dave, as the Cats were scoring, they scored 94 points. You said, save some of this offense for the Washington game, and the Cats, who were red hot from the field against Penn State, just shooting 33% from the field in the first half, just 11 of 33 shots. So they've got to make some shots, and they've had some good shots within the context of the offense this evening. As Coach James said, they just haven't been able to get them to go down. And as a result, the Huskies have been able to capitalize and come out to a 12-point lead. The other thing, talked about Yates, they've got to slow him down. And when a guy is scoring 15 points, and guys are going to do that some nights, but when guys start to kind of show you up, you got to get some defensive resolve and do something about it. You got to let that guy know that you're there. So I'm sure Chris Collins is talking about that, making those adjustments that they need in the second half. They'll come out and we'll see what happens.
Wesley Yates, the third, leads all scorers with 15. Trey Singleton leads the Wildcats with 9. How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com, syncmygame.com to find out how. Mark Carmen has more of our Village Bedford Park halftime show in a moment. At the half, 39-27 Washington is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Ozinga is a fourth-generation family-owned American business that provides quality bulk materials and diverse concrete solutions delivered where you need it, when you need it. With the help of our extensive network of transportation services, including truck, rail, barge, and ship terminals across the Midwest, Ozinga makes a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete, aggregates, and cement that help build a better future. For more information, visit ozinga.com. Hey, Wildcat fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley-Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Northwestern basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats! SeatGeek.
When the deals drop at Kohl's, you feel it. You see up to 50% off end-of-season must-haves, plus up to 85% off clearance favorites. And suddenly, your whole world narrows to one thought. Must shop now. Your to-do list gone. Your dinner plans forgotten. It's just you and your cart gliding through the store. Yeah, Kohl's deals will do that to a person. Save in-store and online now. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Northwestern University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Out-of-town scores are proudly sponsored by Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your dream trip at exploreminnesota.com. Cats down 12, 39-27. Big Ten today, Indiana in double overtime over UCLA, winning on the road 98-97. Wisconsin topped Ohio State 92-82. And USC leading Rutgers 74-64. Come on back with Nate Pomaday, the former Wildcat, on Alumni Night. We're going to talk some Ricky Birdsong with you. This should be fun. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries. We see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at athletico.com. Physical therapy partner of the Northwestern Wildcats.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Join me, John Williams, middays 10 to 2 on WGN Radio. Let's get you back to the Wildcats.
39-27, Cats trailing Washington. Big comeback incoming here as we bring in Nate Pomaday, who's shaking hands with the legend Billy McKinney. Nate, first of all, you are the Associate Executive Director of the NABC, just dominating college basketball from every angle, and one time the youngest head coach. But, hey, you know, looking back at your career, I'm like, I mean, I always love watching you play because you competed so hard. But you were here with Ricky Birdsong for 2 years, and you know he's one of my favorite coaches that was ever. The heart was huge. We took him to the NIT, sold out Welsh Ryan Arena, beating DePaul. That was a couple years before you got here. But what's your favorite memories of Ricky?
Man, Mark, thanks for having me on and getting a chance to talk about Coach Birdsong and you know, everything that has been positive in my life since I graduated from Northwestern, I owe to Coach Birdsong. I mean, I like to tell people that he's the one that taught me about the word pluralism, understanding people from different backgrounds, understanding different religions, different, you know, socioeconomic backgrounds, and took us to different churches, like really, you know, opening doors for people. We wore sport coats and suits on the road, and taught me how to be a gentleman, taught me how to be a man. And especially when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, that's really good. Now, when we got to KO, I learned a little bit more about playing defense and, drinking some beer maybe, but everything else than that, like Coach Birdsong was the one who gave me the opportunity and really taught me a ton about how to be a man. I couldn't say more about it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about a young guy like you just said, 18, 19, 20 years old. This guy, you want to hoop, you want to have fun, got to get the classwork done, but somehow he connected with you in a way that it sounds like nobody else had at that point.
He really did, and it's another thing too when someone sees something in you that they believe they want to go on the next part of your life journey with you and through college basketball, because this is a tough industry, right? Coaches are getting hired and fired, and I know Coach Birdsong got let go after 2 years that we were with him, but he trusted us. In the class that I came in with, Joe Harmson, Julian Bonner, we were lucky enough to have Evan Eschmeyer get hurt 2 years and then be a freshman really with our class.
Yeah.
And it was just a fantastic experience. And can't say, and his son, Ricky Jr., is actually doing a documentary based on Coach Birdsong that's going to be coming up at some point, we hope.
I can't wait to watch. Dave, we're out of time. Appreciate you stepping by.
Big time, Mark. Great to be here again. Thank you.
All right, before we take a break, 10 seconds for station identification.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500 on air and on smart devices worldwide.
Dave and Billy got second half action. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us. Abbott in the Big Ten, 18 schools, one blood drive competition with a life-saving purpose. We give blood. This season, your one donation helped save up to 3 lives. And together, we saved over 200,000. But the need for blood never stops. So keep your sleeves rolled up. Keep giving blood. Keep saving lives. Visit big10.org/Abbott to donate.
I'm John Landecker, and I got your evenings covered weeknights starting at 7. Back to the Cats.
Getting set for the second half here at Welsh Ryan Arena. Here's how the scoring went in the first half. For Washington, leading scorer Wesley Yates III with 15 points, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. 8 for Hannes Steinbach, 7 for Zoom Diallo, along with 4 assists. 4 for Jacob Ognisevic. 3 points for Bryson Tucker, 2 for Frank Kepnong, along with 6 rebounds and 5 block shots in that opening half. The Huskies shot 47%, 16 of 34, 5 of 10 from beyond the arc, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. They out-rebounded the Cats 27 of 14, 8 assists, 8 turnovers, 6 blocks, and 3 steals. For the Wildcats, leading scorer Trey Singleton with 9, Nick Martinelli with 6, 5 for Jaden Reed, 4 for Arrington Page, 3 for Jordan Clayton. The Cats shot 33%, 22%, 2 of 9 from 3, 75% from the line. Those are your energizing highlights of the first half, powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University athletics. And the Cats have it first, right to left, as we get the second half underway. Jake West to Trey Singleton. Wanted to go inside to Martinelli. Instead, around the horn to West near side. West to an open Max Green. Tucker closes out on him. He feeds Singleton for a three from the right. It's no good. And the over-the-shoulder rebound made by Kepnon. The Northwestern Basketball Halftime Show was presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home.
Bring it home.
39-27 Washington. Double Steinbach. He finds an open shooter on the right and Yates, but he misses one. And Martinelli hustles it down the floor. Leaves it for Green. Thought about the three. Drives to the baseline and trying to hit Singleton in the quarter. Has it stolen by Yates. Tucker to the other end. Gets it to Steinbach. Back to Tucker for an open three. No good. Cats going to break there. Martinelli the rebound.
Yeah, they did a great job of blocking out Kepnong that time, but Max Green just lost the handle.
Yeah, I think he wasn't so much trying to hit Singleton, just trying to save the ball. On the pick and roll, here's a turnover by the Cats. And Diallo comes the other way, and a three-pointer from the left is good by Yates. His fourth of the game, and it's now a 42-27 Washington lead.
Not a great way to start the half. 2 consecutive turnovers, and you start playing this half in segments. 5 minutes. You got to win the first 5 minutes to get back in the ball game.
Here's Kropp, top of the three-point line. One dribble, handoff West. Jake West looks right. There's Singleton. Doesn't shoot. Gets it back to Martinelli right of the circle. Martinelli driving hard down the lane. His shot rejected by Kepnog. And then Kropp volleyballs it back to West. And that's a shot clock violation. So a turnover by the Cats. And just a moment ago at halftime, the Wildcats had 5 turnovers. That number is now ballooned to 8. Turnovers even in this game. Jordan Clayton in, Max Green out for the Wildcats.
And Kepnon with his 6th block.
Yep, he matches his career high. His third 6-swat game of the year. Here's Diallo. Feeds it low on the left to Kepnon. And he throws it out of bounds. Trying to shovel it right back to Diallo right in front of his coach, Danny Sprinkle, and it goes right into the Huskies bench. So at least they return the favor with the turnover. Can the Cats cash in?
Yeah, they have to capitalize, and they've got to start making some shots, Dave. That's one of the ways to loosen up that interior defense, start making some outside shots.
There's Kropp handing to West. West off a Kropp screen. Yeah, finds Kropp inside, trying to muscle it up. And good, it was blocked again by Kepnong and out of bounds to Washington.
Yeah, he just terrific hustle that time. Doesn't give up on the play. He was out on the pick and roll. And Tyler Kropp is going to have to learn to be more explosive and get a shot up quicker against these better athletes.
It was not a block, they say, but I think for all intents and purposes, it did the job. Here's Steinbach inside, goes up with a shot, scores, and a foul.
Well, this is starting to get ugly here early, and you talked about it, Dave, at the end of the half, or Washington being a really good second half team, and they've come out here and they've outscored the Cats 5-0 in the first couple of minutes of the half.
They played at USC back in December. They were down 18 at halftime. They came back to win 84-76 for their first Big Ten win. Their other conference wins have been at home to Ohio State and over Ohio State and Oregon as Steinbach completes the three-point play, and it's suddenly an 18-point lead, 45-27 Huskies. It's now a three by Clayton is short. Rebound in the corner. Out of bounds to Washington. Page tried to get there and save it.
Clayton, who's been dependable in knocking down outside shots that time, came up a little short on that. And again, it's a matter of making shots, not coming away empty on these offensive possessions.
A 6-0 start to the half here for the Huskies, and there is a foul called inside as they tried to lob it down low. And Clayton picks up his second foul.
Yeah, trying to prevent Kepnong from getting a over-the-top lob.
Diallo will trigger on the left baseline. Still early in the second half, but the Huskies right now in control. And the over-the-shoulder catch made high on the left by Tucker. Beat Singleton to the inbounds pass. Off to Diallo. Diallo driving left to the lane. Cut off on the baseline. Feeds Pepnong, and now Steinbach a three. He got it. Steinbach shooting just 29% from three in Big Ten play. Puts the Huskies up 21, 48-27. There's Page handing. No, he drives all the way to the basket and dunks it. Fake the handoff to Singleton.
Nice play by Page.
Cats get their first points in the second half.
The Cats are going to need a lot more of that.
Yes, they are.
Along with some defensive stops here.
Here's Steinbach from Diallo back to Zoom. Screens for him. Diallo working against West. Crosses over, backs in, puts up the jumper, missed it. Rebound fought for between Martinelli and Clayton, and Nick lets Clayton take it. Off to West. Jake West stops and pops for three. It's no good. Online, but off the rim. Counts one and done. There's Diallo lobbing to an open Kepnong underneath. Turns, jump hook in and out. Tipped up, no. Rebound, Page. Trying to hold off Tucker and does. Here's West to Singleton left wing. Feeds it low left, Martinelli. Against Tucker, against Yates. There's Martinelli into the paint. Lobs it up for Page, and he puts it in.
Good play.
48-31.
Nice play by Martinelli, knowing that he's going to be double or triple teamed, and Page slipping behind the defense with a baby dunk.
Diallo at the other end. To Steinbach, will try again for three. That one's no good. Singleton had the rebound, lost it. Steinbach got it back and gets fouled.
Yeah, it just took a funky bounce there. A long shot, long rebound, and Cats were slow to react.
Today's game sponsor is Champions for Literacy. Champions for Literacy is a nonprofit that uses the power of sports to impact childhood reading. Join the fight at championsforlit.org. Chicagoland, for premium apparel and promotional products, look no further than IAS Branding. Proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, the industry standard in corporate athletic and event merchandise. IAS Branding is your one-stop solution to bring your brand to life. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. Washington leads Northwestern 48-31, 14:57 to go, second half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGS.
Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer. Give your loved ones, friends, and colleagues a gift they'll be sure to make use of. Mouth-watering steaks from the Lynn's Shop. You can choose from an array of aged USDA prime steaks, roast seafood, and more. If you know someone who loves a good steak, why not treat them to some quality beef from Lynn's that will fill their stomach and their heart? Give the gift of premium beef at thelinnsshop.com and use code GOCATS for 20% off. Brought to you by Meats by Lynn's, the preferred partner of legendary steakhouses worldwide since 1963. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer.
This is John Williams, weekdays 10 to 2. Now, back to Wildcat basketball.
Wildcat fans, Game Day Spirit has you covered in store or online for the best Northwestern Game Day essentials. Shop top brands like Under Armour, Champion, and Tommy Bahama, all at the official fan store of the Northwestern Wildcats. Shop in-store at 1807 Central in Evanston or online 24/7 at shop.nusports.com. Game Day Spirit, where Wildcat fans shop. 48-31 Washington with 14:57 to go. The Huskies have outscored the Cats since halftime 9-4. The Wildcats have outscored Washington in points off the bench 16-4, but the Huskies have offset that with second chance points 11-2 and points off turnovers. It's an area in which the Cats have excelled, taking care of the basketball, but an 11-4 advantage for the Huskies tonight. And points off of turnovers as Steinbach goes to the free throw line, makes the first free throw. The foul was called on Nick Martinelli. That was his first foul. Another free throw attempt for Steinbach. He's got it. And Steinbach, one rebound away from his 14th double-double of the season. It's 50-31 Huskies. Here's West. Gets it back from Martinelli. Drives right, stops free throw line extended, feeds it low right. Page spins to his right, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Washington.
Yeah, Page with the low post position gets below the blocks, and the tough part about that is if he spins to the baseline, he's essentially behind the backboard.
Nice cut to the rim on the baseline, out of bounds. Reed to Sheravino for the dunk and one.
Yeah, Sheravino just posterized a couple of the Washington Huskies.
Well, we saw him do that the other night. Mandequit, the victim this time. And Angelo will go to the free throw line, and he got the free throw. So the Cats cut it to 16 with 14:40 to go. We've seen this script played out before a few times.
Absolutely. It's like eating an elephant, Dave. You just got to take one bite at a time to cut into this deficit.
Mandequit. Haven't thought of it that way. Gives it off.
I always have a different way of looking at things.
Agnosovic into Steinbach. Up top, Agnosovic for three. Missed it. Rebound Page. Here comes Reed. Into the front court. Reed leaves it. Page drives, feeds it underneath. There's Martinelli. Banks it in. And just like that, the Cats cut it to 14, 50-36 with 14 minutes to go.
Credit Page with a great rebound, defensive rebound, and then a nice pass inside to a posted up Martinelli.
Well, one bite at a time, right? There's Mandequit. Can't get a shot up. Can't go inside with it. Wants to go to Agnosevic. And he has the ball knocked away. And it's out of bounds. It will stay with the Huskies with 9 on the shot clock.
Yeah, Page, again, playing with some life down there. It looks like Huskies have an easy shot inside, and he strips the ball away. Arrington Page playing well off the bench for the Cats.
9 seconds on the shot clock here. The Huskies, Mandequit will inbound. Got it into Peterson, who just checked back. And now here's Tucker, with the Yates, rather. Driving to the basket. His shot rejected by Page. Peterson got the rebound, left it short. Page the rebound. Are they going to count the basket?
No, that had no chance of going in.
It was well short, and Page just grabbed the little floater that was well short of the rim. They're going to go to the monitor, I think. We get another look at it, and it was not going to reach the basket. They are going to take a look, I think.
Yeah, we need our Barbasol close shave, Dave.
Yep. This will be reviewed, but
from our
based on what we saw on the replay on the big screen, it didn't look like it had a chance. This winter, see what being ranked the #1 state in public arts spending looks like. Experience world-class performances in legendary venues. Immerse yourself in Minnesota's legendary creative scene. Well, you've got your ticket at exploreminnesota.com. This Close Shave Instant Replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. 52-36, Washington leads Northwestern. 13:32 to go. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
At Guzman y Gomez, we are fast food athletes say yes to. As a proud sponsor of Northwestern Athletics, GYG is serving up real clean burritos, bowls, nachos, and more. Made fresh daily right here in Evanston and across Chicagoland. Stop by our restaurants in Naperville, Schaumburg, Crystal Lake, Buffalo Grove, Deerfield, Des Plaines, and of course, Evanston. GYG is here to fuel the community, whether it's dining in our restaurant, ordering through our Gomex app, or even catering with delicious food that's fast, fresh, and full of good vibes. Guzman y Gomez, fast food athletes say yes to.
Hey, it's Kevin Powell here for Window Nation. And after a year in our new home, it was time for an upgrade. We needed new windows, so we turned to Window Nation. And January is a great time of year thanks to Window Nation. Right now, they're more affordable during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale. You can get them 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. If you're feeling cold drafts from your windows or seeing fog or mold around the frame or paying a lot more for heat than your neighbors are, it's time for new windows. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com.
Spend your afternoons with Lisa Dent, weekdays at 2 on Chicago's news station, WGN Radio.
Wildcat fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese, made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. 52-36 Washington leading Northwestern. Cats have hit 3 straight shots. The officials have been at the monitor trying to determine whether that last shot should have counted if it was goaltending, and quite frankly, it did not look like goaltending from this angle.
Shot had no chance of going in.
But, there's still a conference going on. So there must be some indecision about this. So we'll see. Don't forget the Cats will be back on the road for the next 2 games. They'll be in Champaign Wednesday night, the rematch with the Fighting Illini. That will be Wednesday night, 8 o'clock over on ESPN 1000. And then next Sunday, a week from tomorrow, we'll be in Iowa City for the only meeting with the Hawkeyes at 2 o'clock Central Time. So now they're still looking at this review. And let's see.
They should call us in for the tiebreaker.
Let's see. Here comes the call. Let's see if we can pick this up.
After goaltending must have above the rim on the downward flight with a chance to go in. It was determined that the ball did not have a chance to go in. Therefore, it is not goaltending. Northwestern challenge is successful. They retain that.
Well, we could have told them that.
Yep.
We didn't need to. We got a commercial in, so that was good. But
Dave, we got another career if they kick us off the air to put on those striped shirts and go from there.
So they had put 2 points on the board. They take them off. It's 50-36.
And that's a good 14. Call. Great deliberation, but it was the right call.
Well, you want them to get the right call, even if it might delay your dinner reservations a little bit. Here's Reed. Martinelli calling for it, getting it. Out on the right, gets a screen from Page. Martinelli against Steinbach. Feeds it. Intended for Page. A turnover. Stolen by Yates.
Yeah, another turnover for the Cats. Their 10th,
Now a long 3. No good by Ognisevic. And a foul on the rebound called on Martinelli.
Martinelli trying to keep Steinbach off the glass, and he's called for the foul.
That is the 4th team foul on the Cats. That's the first one on Nick. Mandequit inbounds over the shoulder catch. Yates quickly to Ognisevic. Ognisevic started by Martinelli at the 3-point line. Hands it off to Mandequit against West. Driving, turns the corner. Shot blocked by Page. And off to West. Down the floor to the corner. Reed for 3. In and out. Martinelli the rebound. Push it in. And the Cats cut it to 12 with 12:41 to go.
And Page ignites that break with his terrific defense and the block.
Mandequit pressured by Reed, who pokes it out of bounds. Now the Cats have come alive. The crowd's come alive here.
And Jaden Reed, Arrington Page, who have been coming off the bench for the last several games, giving this team the boost they need here in the second half to cut into this Washington deficit.
3rd block for Page. That's the 3rd time as a Wildcat he's got that many. His career high is 5. Here is Diallo lobbing one for Kepnon. It's deflected, and there's a battle for it. Kepnon gets it back, goes up. He left it short. It's tipped out of there by Page, but back to Kepnon. And he feeds Peterson, drives the baseline, and he almost threw it away. He did throw it away. Out of bounds. Which way? Was it last touched by It will be Northwestern ball. Last touch by the Huskies.
Cats have definitely ratcheted up their defense here since that last timeout and cutting into this deficit. That the goaltend call that was wiped away was possibly a big turning point for the Cats.
Cats on a 7-0 run. They've made 4 of their last 5 shots. The Huskies have missed their last 8. Here is Reed driving, lobbing one up, but a push called underneath. Page got pushed. And we get a timeout with 11:55 to go. The Wildcats climbing back into this as Ketnong is called for his second foul. Barbasol Shaving Cream delivers a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. Barbasol is America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. Washington leads Northwestern 50-38, 11:55 to go. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
Hey, I'm John Williams, and I'll see you weekdays 10 to 2. Let's get you back to the Wildcats.
11:55 to go here in Evanston. The Wildcats on a 7-0 run here. They shot the ball better. They're still ice cold from 3, but they're not shooting many threes here. Meantime, Washington is cooling off a bit. And Billy, the rebounding numbers, while still somewhat lopsided, Cats are doing a better job on the glass here in the second half.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a message that was sent to the team by Chris Collins. And it's really interesting in this ball game with this really talented front line for the Washington Huskies. The Cats have actually outscored Washington in the paint tonight, 28-20. And it's a matter, as we talked about, Brian James mentioned it at the half, they've just shooting the ball a little better. The Cats shot 33% in the first half. Their field goal percentage has improved a little bit here in the second half, but their defense has been absolutely outstanding during the stretch.
50-38. Wildcats led by Nick Martinelli now into double figures. Took a while to get there. He's got 10 points. That's his 47th double-figure scoring game in his last 48 contests, and he is now just 1 point away from tying Trey Demps for the 13th spot on the career scoring list, and he's just 4 points away from tying Jatim Young,
who is here this
another
evening.
spot.
And
Yes,
Jatim is here this evening. Alumni night here at West Ryan Arena.
Here's Martinelli now, right of the lane, gets in the lane, jumper in and out. Page fighting for the rebound, got it, puts it back up, missed it. Rebound fought for it, Steinbach gets it.
Good sequence, although the Cats came up empty. Page again. Really, his effort has been crucial for this team in this comeback here in the second half.
There's Steinbach's 14th double-double of the year. Here is Peterson to Steinbach for 3, and it's good.
Yeah, the big fella says, I can go inside and I can go outside. The Cats left him wide open. That lead back up to 15.
53-38, 11-12 to go. Late in the game for the Wildcats. Here's Reed left point. Looks for Martinelli open for 3. Banks it in. Nick Martinelli banks in a 3. 13 for Nick. And it's down to a 12-point game, 53-41. Just the third triple of the game for the Cats.
8:25, and Wintrust Bank is still open.
Here's Diallo out between the rings, working against Jaden Reed. Diallo with 12 to shoot.
Cats need to stop here, Dave. This would help their momentum tremendously.
Drives right, spins to his right, runs into a double team. Back to Steinbach, around to the left corner. 3-ball, no good. Rebound, Cheravino. Here come the Cats. Reed to Cheravino for 3. No. Rebound, Page. Muscles it in with a dunk. And 1. Arrington Page.
And Chris Collins giving Arrington Page a high five and saying, where have you been all my life? Page just been absolutely terrific here this evening, something that the Cats have been missing from his performance, and he's coming to play tonight.
Foul on Peterson, his first, third team foul. Arrington Page, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 block shots. The and 1 here to get the Cats within single digits with 10:19 to go. He does. It's a 9-point game, 53-44, 10:19 remaining. Page comes out, Singleton in for the Cats.
Yeah, well-deserved rest, and now Singleton and the crew, Cheravino, Martinelli, Jordan Clayton, and Reed have to pick up the slack here.
Steinbach hands it off to Tucker, scoops it to Diallo. Working against Singleton at the top with 12 to shoot. Diallo, 10 minutes to go into the game. Diallo, step back 15-footer. No good. And a foul on the rebound.
Clayton.
Called on the Cats.
Yeah, Clayton. Yep. Just trying to block out Steinbach.
Yeah, which is not easy. And Jordan Clayton, not easy to do. The third foul on Jordan. A 15th foul. They inbound it to Steinbach on the left wing. Singleton on him. He hands it back to the inbounder Diallo. Circles to the top, puts up a runner in the lane. No good. Rebound ripped out of there by Cheravino. And I think
foul on Tucker, it looks like.
Foul, yes. I'll tell you, the Cats have cranked up the intensity here, both defensively and on the glass.
Yeah, Bryson Tucker took a shot to the chops as he reached in there trying to steal the rebound from Cheravino. You reach, I'll teach.
Second foul on Tucker. There's Jaden Reed. Looks for Clayton. Foul out extended right. Gets it in. Singleton driving. Put it up. No good. He got fouled.
Now, the great thing about that move by Singleton is he took his shot out of motion, which threw off Kepnog's ability to block the shot. He usually waits to get the ball up at the arc and then block it, but quick move by Singleton.
All right, Singleton at the free throw line. First one up, good. Trey Singleton has his third straight double-figure scoring game. Another one here to get the Cats within 7. It's no good. With the rebound, Kepnog. 53-45. Washington, 9:23 to go. The Cats are very much alive on this Saturday night. Here's Diallo off a Kepnog screen. Martinelli guarding as he gave it back to Diallo, and Diallo lays it in. It's 55-45. The lead back to 10.
Yeah, the Cats jumped to the side on the pick and roll, and he just held off the defense and waltzed into the paint.
Martinelli straight on 3. No good. Shot that quick and looked like it was going to be a little short. Rebounded by Steinbach. Diallo walks it up. And there's a foul on Jaden Reed out high. 8:48 showing on the clock. A 10-point lead for the Huskies. First on Jaden. That's the 6th team foul. Yates will inbound. Left sideline to Diallo. Then Diallo gets a screen from Kepnon. Fires underneath to a cutting Tucker for a layup.
Yeah, Jordan Clayton lost sight of his man as he was helping out, taking a peek on the pick and roll. A good back cut by Tucker.
57-45. Chris Collins wants a timeout with 8:33 to go as the Huskies go back up by 12 points. Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. Back in a moment, 57:45. No, we'll keep it right here. Yeah, there's a short timeout. You're right. And we'll keep it right here. But again, we're with you Wednesday night from Champaign, 8 o'clock. And then next Sunday afternoon on Super Bowl Sunday, a 2 o'clock start at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Cats' next home game a week from Wednesday when the Big Ten leading Michigan Wolverines come in. What a game they had last night in East Lansing.
Well, that was a fun game to watch. As you know, you look at the Big Ten and the competition. All these games are really fun to watch because the players play so hard. But that Michigan State, Michigan, that rivalry, it was a fun game to watch, and it was a man's game, very physical.
Cherubino will inbound. Hash mark far side, right on the scorer's table. Bounces into Jaden Reed. Diallo on him as he moves left, feeds Martinelli on the left wing. Martinelli against Yates. Nick spins to his right, gets in the lane, back to his left, floats it up, left it short. Rebounded by Tucker for Washington. Now the Cats, after getting it down to 8 points, find themselves down by 12 again with 8:10 to go. Plenty of time here. Here's Diallo, stop and go dribble, picks it up, feeds Steinbach at the free throw line against Singleton, turns, double clutch, wants to go up, the shot, missed it off the front of the rim, rebound wrapped up by Martinelli.
Boy, I thought he might have gotten away with a couple of travels there.
Martinelli, right side of the lane to Cherubino, right corner three, in and out. It was halfway down, and the rebound to Washington. Those shots were falling Thursday night, Billy.
Yes. But they aren't this evening, but the Cats still have a chance here.
No doubt. Here's Diallo. Gets inside. Offensive foul called as Jaden Reed hits the deck.
Yeah, Diallo, as he's attacking, very physical style of play, and that time a little hook to free himself, extricate himself from Jaden Reed, and the offensive foul was called.
Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they are the proud sponsor of Together Building Better Promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support of this great cause. Go Cats. It's Washington 57, Northwestern 45, 7:30 remaining. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Flooring projects don't have to feel overwhelming or time-consuming. Floor Coverings International simplifies everything with their mobile flooring showroom and expert guidance. One appointment brings product selection, design advice, and a clear path to installation. Their team handles the details so you can focus on enjoying your home. It's efficient, customized, and built around your schedule. Book your free in-home consultation today at floorcoveringsinternational.com and move forward with confidence.
Bob Surratt in charge of the station weekday morning 6 to 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Let's get a check of other games on this Saturday evening. Mark Harmon.
All right, Dave. Everything in the Big Ten's gone final. USC held on and got Rutgers 78-75. Wisconsin a 10-point win over Ohio State, 92-82. And then Indiana winning at UCLA 98-97, double overtime as the Hoosiers pull it off on the road.
The Wildcats were down by 12 at halftime. They're down by 12 right now, 7:30 remaining, 57-45. Nick Martinelli, 13 points and 8 rebounds here tonight.
And he's had to earn every one of those 13 points, that's for certain.
Steinbach, 19 and 13 for the Huskies. Northwestern ball here. Martinelli, Reed, Singleton, Page back in for the Cats, along with West. Here's Reed down the left side, met by Peterson. Drives right. Now backs it out on the dribble. Steinbach takes him now. It's a screen from Martinelli. Launches a three. Good! Three-pointer, Jaden Reed. His second of the game. The lead down to 9. 7:10 to go.
And the Cats bench has continued to perform well, outscoring Washington 25-4.
It was the freshman the other night along with Martinelli. Tonight, Page and Reed have been big. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Washington as Martinelli deflected the pass out right by the Huskies bench.
This could be a huge stop, Dave. Cats can get this within 7.
14 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass goes to Diallo. West on him. 9 to shoot. Diallo driving, pulls up from 12. Got it.
Tough shot.
Hanging jumper by Diallo, and it's 59-48.
Tough shot. Gets that right shoulder into the defense and creates a little space for the floating jumper.
Here's Reed, hit that three a moment ago. Moves right, picked up by Tucker. Chased by Tucker, lobbing for Page. He makes the catch, double clutch, goes up, missed the layup, and he got fouled by Kepnog.
Great effort by Page to catch the lob pass and then the pump fake to Kepnog in the air and draw the foul.
That's the 4th foul on Kepnog. Page at the free throw line here. 2 shots. First one up, good. 17th foul as well on the Huskies. Kepnog out, and Ognishevic is in. Another free throw attempt coming here for Arrington Page.
Sounds like a nice drink.
What's that?
Ognishevic.
Maybe. Second free throw, good. And it's down to 9, 6:27 to go, 59.
I think I'm going to ask for one. I'm going to ask for one of those next time I go out.
They're going to get some strange looks, I would imagine.
I always do.
Well, yeah. Wasn't going to go there. Here's Diallo moving left. West trying to stay with him. Steinbach the screen. And Diallo driving right. A little floater, no good. Diallo got the rebound on the right baseline. Circles back around to the top with it. They'll reset. With 6:02 to go. Shot clock at 12. 9-point Washington lead. Ognishevic sets the screen. He rejects it. Works to the left. Fadeaway jumper. Good. Diallo heating up late here, and it's 61-50, 5:45 remaining.
Yeah, using his side to size the back Jaden Reed down into the paint, just leap over him.
And Ognishevic fouls Page out at the three-point line off the ball. And that's going to send Page to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. First foul on Ognishevic. Out goes Tucker, in comes Yates. Page, a 1-and-1 here. Arrington at the free throw line to 3 for 3. Came in 66% from the line. Chance to cut it back down to single digits here with 5:38 to go. Place gets quiet as Page fires the free throw. No good. Put back up and in by Martinelli to foul. Nick Martinelli soars in there for the rebound and just laid it back in with 2 hands and a chance for a 3-point play.
And Steinbach, who is a terrific rebounder, did not put a body on Martinelli. And Martinelli is a very crafty player, just works around him for the offensive rebound and the putback.
Second foul on Steinbach. Martinelli, free throw, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Yates. Nick, though, 15 points again. That's scored at least that many in 37 of his last 39 games. 61-52 Washington. 5:20 to go. Diallo at the logo. Martinelli on him now. Diallo. Let's see if he drives on Nick. Now he's picked up. They switch. Singleton takes him. And a foul on Trey.
Now, here's the one thing that you're watching Diallo play. As a defender, you know he wants to get into the paint. You give him a little room outside, and you start to dare him to take those outside shots, because once he gets into the paint, he's powerful. He's going to draw contact and doing what he's doing right now, getting to the charity stripe.
Diallo on 1-1. He's made 22 straight free throws. Looking for 23 in a row. Got it.
You tried. I love your effort, Dave. And I was wanting to say justice so badly.
Well, let's see if he makes this one to put the Huskies back up by 11 with 5:11 to go. And he missed it. The streak is over. The rebound Page. With 5:08 to go, it's a 10-point game, 62-52. Where is it?
Justice.
Thank you. West to Reed. Gets a screen from Page. Fires a throw. An offensive foul called on Arrington Page.
Chris Collins is asking where that call is coming from as Page was rolling to the basket on the pick and roll play. But they say that he was moving on the screen in order to gain some ground for Jaden Reed as he's coming off the pick and roll on the right side of the floor.
4:53 to go. 10-point lead for Washington.
Need to stop.
Diallo. Steinbach sets the screen, rolls to the basket, sets another screen. Diallo jumper, good again.
He's good. That mid-range jump shot, and this people with statistics will tell you that's not a good shot. Well, it is.
It's been good tonight. He's got 16. Here's Reed driving to the basket, gets knocked down, shovels it to Page, reverses it up and in. 64-54, 4:20 to go. 10-point game. Cats still have a pulse here. And Arrington Page has been terrific tonight.
Yeah, nice pass by Jaden Reed, who has sprained his ankle.
Yeah.
And if I'm Washington, I'm going right at him. He can barely move.
Here's Steinbach. Looks for Peterson high on the right side. Gets a screen from Steinbach and feeds Yates for three. Good.
Killer three right there. Pump fakes Singleton on the perimeter. Takes one jab step in. 13-point lead for the Huskies.
Fifth three-pointer for Yates. 3:45 to go. 67-54. There's Martinelli. Puts the ball on the deck, and he's fouled by Diallo. And we get a timeout with 3:40 remaining. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM Big Ten Radio Channel 372 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the Sirius XM app. Listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com. Washington leads Northwestern 67-54, 3:40 remaining. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey, Northwestern fans, enjoy a meal at Wildfire, a 1940-style supper club featuring steaks, chops, and seafood. Try one of Wildfire's signature dishes from our all-American menu: horseradish-crusted filet, Wildfire chopped salad, roasted prime rib, and cedar plank salmon. Dine in and take in the smells from the wood-burning oven, or watch our chefs in action in our open kitchen. Lunch, dinner, carry-out, and private parties. Stop by any one of our 5 Chicago-area Wildfire locations. For reservations, visit wildfirerestaurant.com.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Stay local. Get Chicago's news first with Lisa Dent. Weekdays at 2 on WGN.
The Libin Mop Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libin has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Libin.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. A week ago at Pauley Pavilion, the Wildcats down by double digits, cut it to 6 late. They had cut it to 8 points here. Washington has reopened a 13-point lead. Still a glimmer of hope for the Cats with 3:40 remaining. But it's going to be about making some shots and making some stops. And those have been in too short a supply tonight for the Cats.
Absolutely. And again, the Cats had a period in which they had that shortage in their offense in terms of being able to make shots, and Washington capitalized on it. It was Wesley Yates III, who was red hot in the first half. He had 15 points. Now Zoom Diallo has been picking up in the second half with his dribble drive penetrations and mid-range shots.
It was Yates who just made that killer three, and then Diallo picked up the foul, sending Nick Martinelli to the line. That's 10 team fouls, double bonus time for Nick. First one up, good.
Yeah, Martinelli came out, even though he had a slow first half. You credit the Washington defense, but he came out with this look in his eye, that intensity that he knew he was going to bring in the second half.
Makes both the free throws. Even on for him, a quiet night, he's got 17 points, 67-56. Huskies, 3.5 left. And Washington looking to clock it a little bit here. Here's Peterson between the rings, gets a screen from Yates, leaves it for Diallo circling left against West. Zoom now, try to zoom past West, pulls up, jumper good. Off the bounce, he has just killed the Cats with that shot tonight.
Yeah, he gets a half step on you past the defense and then just elevates over the defense. A very effective shot.
At the other end, here's West under the basket, kicks to the corner. Cheravino drives in, spins to his left, turns, fires off the rim, no good. Rebound Steinbach. 2:50 to go, 69-56. Washington.
That time is winding down here, and Diallo has just taken over the game here in the last several minutes.
18 points on the night, 11 in the second half. He drives into the paint, then back out to Yates. 2:30 to go. 8 on the shot clock. Yates hooks it to Steinbach, a straight on three, and that might do it. A three-pointer for Steinbach makes it 72-56 with 2:20 to go. Here's West into the front court. Bouncing for Martinelli, right baseline. Can't get a shot up. Feeds it into Cheravino. He gets knocked down, lost the ball. Peterson the other way, bouncing for Yates. 2 minutes to go. Diallo behind the back dribble and pulls it back out. Guarded by Cheravino. This is 1:52 remaining. Diallo pounds the dribble. Gets a screen from Steinbach, rejects it, takes the elbow jumper, and hits it again. And it's 74-56, a minute 40 showing on the clock.
Diallo has been the money maker here down the stretch.
Timeout, Northwestern. Diallo tonight, 20 points. His career high.
And Diallo with a tech.
Was set against Utah, 24. Nine of 18 shooting. Washington a late 7-0 run to pretty much salt this game away. An 18-point lead with a minute 35 remaining.
You know, it's interesting in this day of analytics, Dave, and I always battled this when I was in the front office with people saying the analytics side, saying that the mid-range shot has no value. And you look at the value it's had in this game for the Washington Huskies here down the stretch with Diallo. That part of the game is still crucial if you want to hope to win at any level.
And it gets overlooked too much, right?
Oh, way too much. Way too much. And Diallo, after the basket, there was some words shared with the little jabbering between the Wildcat coaching staff and Diallo, and I think he was hit with a technical foul.
The officials are at the monitor. At a minute 35 remaining. The Wildcats will fall to 1-5 at home in Big Ten play, and 2-9 in the conference. And
here's the thing, Dave. You look at coming into this game, Cats 2-8, Washington's 3-7.
Yeah.
Again, it tells you how closely these teams are matched, even throughout the conference.
Well, you had a chance to pull even with them. Rutgers was playing USC tonight. Came in 2-8. You've got teams below the Cats, Maryland and Oregon, each with one win. Penn State still winless. They play tomorrow, and then you've got these 3-win teams: the Huskies, the Gophers, and USC going into their game tonight against Rutgers at home, only at 4-6. So you had a chance to kind of be right there in the middle of that group.
Exactly, Dave. Make up some ground, and the Washington Huskies have had the same issues as the Cats in talking to some of their personnel. They've had these stretches during games in which they couldn't make shots. And in this game, that hasn't been the case here down the stretch. It's been all Diallo.
Part of their problem, though, has been injuries. They lost Desmond Claude, their big recruit from USC, to an injury. He's only played 12 games, and he's sitting out the rest of the season trying to get healthy. He's had ankle problems, a knee problem. And they've had 72 games missed because of injury this year among 8 different players.
Yeah, and Steinbach missed 3 games. You think how well he's played.
Yep. He's been terrific. 2 times Big Ten Freshman of the Week, and I think he might win it again this coming week. Meantime, the officials talking to Chris Collins here.
We have double Class A unsporting technical fouls. 5 on Washington, bench on Northwestern. They offset. They're both team fouls. There will be no free throws.
Okay.
And the University of Washington has had this pipeline to Germany for several years. I can remember there's a player that was an NBA All-Star, Detlef Schrempf, who was part of the Sonics organization when I was there. And before that, after that, a guy named Christian Velp, when I was scouting, going out to watch him play against Jose Ortiz at Oregon State. They found another gem here.
A lot of comparisons being made to Steinbach among that trio. West will inbound right sideline, 1:35 to go. 74-56 Washington. Jaden Reed looks right. There's Singleton bouncing to Martinelli, and he's fouled by Yates.
Yates
he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Yates at 6'4" has done a nice job on Martinelli, and I've gotten the team help. He's got the terrific shot blockers back there and kept on. But he's played Martinelli really physical.
Nick, 6 of 14 from the field tonight.
Yeah, got off to a slow start. You know, he typically makes those first couple of shots. He missed some threes early in the first half. But, again, this young man, there's no quit. He just continues to fight and continue to play.
Free throw good. He's got 9 rebounds, by the way. And the second free throw good. And Nick's got 19 points. One more for his 13th straight 20-game or more performance. He's moved into the 11th spot, passing both Trey Demps and Tim Young on the career scoring list, but he could care less, I think, at the moment. The Wildcats down 74-58. I guess he could not care less, would be correct. Here's the screen set for Diallo by Steinbach. Working against Page, lays it up with a finger roll and scores. 76-58.
And Diallo proving he can score against guards. And if the big man switches out on him, he's going to make you dance.
He just did. Here's Reed firing up a 3. Good, his third of the game. 76-61, excuse me. 47.5 to go. Jaden Reed with his third triple of the game. Second time he's hit that many in a Northwestern uniform. He's got 11 points.
It's good to see both Page and Reed come off the bench and have strong games for the Cats, because this is one of the elements that they've been missing. And whether the Cats win or lose this ball game, it's something good for them to look forward to, for these two players to continue to have that kind of consistency for the rest of the season.
For the Wildcats, Tyler Kropp is back in the game. And Diallo working the clock here. 36 seconds to go. 18-second differential shot clock to game clock. 12 on the shot clock here for Washington. As Coach Danny Sprinkle barking out some commands for the bench. Skips a pass all the way across to Yates, and back it goes. A shot up, no good. West the rebound, ahead to Reed. 12 seconds off the Page, misses the layup, but he's fouled with 10.8.
Well, it looks like the Cats are going to drop this one, but still, and Chris Collins always talked about no moral victories, but you had some good play out of Singleton tonight. You had terrific play out of Page and Reed off the bench. So you've got to take those positives and continue to build on those things.
Page at the line, free throw good. Arrington Page, 16 points tonight. That's the most that he's had since the Minnesota game back on January 3rd. Misses that one. Rebound taken by Tucker. 7 seconds to go. Washington